If you like most single people, you probably wonder, why am I still single? Why am I battling to find my perfect partner? I've heard many reasons, from there are no quality men or women out there to I am too fussy. In this video, you will see that one of the biggest reasons you are still single is due to one huge overlooked factor that nobody is talking about. And yet it is the key factor you have to address if you want to go from lonely to loved, and that is your childhood blueprint. I am Veronica, a psychotherapist and coach specializing in getting people from lonely to loved. I'm the approved love coach for Perfect Partners and Match VIP, and I'm the Mindshift expert for 2 international coaches. In the last 4 years that I've specialized in this field, I have noticed the common threads in my clients' attraction and relationship patterns. I've put these in a detailed chart which is available for you so that you can see what may be behind the reasons you're still single. I also want to quickly explain why this is so you can really understand it. So, it's all got to do with the way the brain works. Now, if you can imagine the brain as a big iceberg, the tip of the iceberg that sticks out above the waterline is the conscious mind, and the huge chunk of ice that sits underneath the waterline is the subconscious mind. Now, why is this important? When we are born, and up until about the age of 7, our conscious or logic mind, it's also where the logic brain fits, is very underdeveloped. And the reason for this is because we need to absorb a huge amount of information in those first 7 formative years that is going to tell us how to live, everything to look out for, masses of information that we need to absorb to know how to succeed in life. Now, what's also very useful to know is the different processing powers of the different parts of the brain. This one, about 40 million bits of information a second. This one, about 40,000. So your real power, processing power, lies in the subconscious mind. Now you can see from this that if we are trying to change relationship patterns consciously, and we are working against patterns that were set up in our childhood, it is going to be very difficult. Now, what's also a very useful analogy is if you think of the brain as an enormous filing cabinet, literally keeping every single event that's ever happened to us and stacking it up in this filing cabinet. What the brain does is any event that happened to us that caused us a high level of negative emotion, it puts a red flag on that event. Remember, the brain is just trying to keep us safe and alive. But now what this red flag does is that every time something happens to us, and it feels similar to this subconscious brain as to what happened in the past, it will go back into the filing cabinet, find the red flag memory or incident, and just repeat the behavior. The reason it does this is because it is a shortcut. If we are remember, the brain thinks about things being in danger. So if it thinks that we are in danger, it will quickly go and look, well, what did I do the last time to keep me safe and alive? And it will repeat the action. Whether the action was good for us or not, that is irrelevant to the subconscious brain. Now, also what happens is that at the time of the red flag event being formed, or the red flag being formed in that filing cabinet, often what goes attached to it is a belief. So we could take on a belief that, oh, I'm a stupid fool, or the world is a dangerous place, or I can't trust anybody. And then, of course, whenever our brain goes back to reference what happened with the red flag, it also references the belief. And that is where our beliefs start to get entrenched and they start to rule our lives. So you can see from this that your childhood blueprint is really what is running you. It's those things that happened in that big chunk of ice when you were very young. And it is as if they formed lines in wet concrete that as you get older, these set. So these are what I call your blocks to love, your childhood blueprint and the beliefs that got attached to them through those red flag events. Now, if you're serious about getting from lonely to loved, clearing these blocks is absolutely essential. But it is also only one step in the process. I want to show you the exact path you need to follow to get there and where your childhood blueprint and beliefs fits into this. So here are all the steps that you need to take to get that relationship of your dreams. The first one, clearing your past. This will take you from being stuck in the past with anger, resentment, or sadness to being free so that you are ready for new love. Creating your future will take you from settling for just anyone to your dream partner. And here is where clearing your blocks fits in. This will get you free from old relationship patterns so that you automatically attract a different type of partner. Then we work on self-worth to get you from feeling not good enough to feeling confident and worthy. And then becoming a man or a woman magnet takes you from being invisible or attracting the wrong type of attention to attracting quality and commitment-minded people. Understanding or getting the opposite sex is so crucial to this whole process. I see people mess this up all the time. Once you understand the opposite sex, you'll go from people losing interest in you to ones who can't wait to commit. Then you need to get dating. So you can go from dateless to fun dates with quality people. Yes, dating can be fun and not a boring chore if you know how. And this is where your matchmaker can also help tremendously. Then understanding the dating process and different stages will get you from flings to a committed relationship in the shortest possible time, while ensuring that he or she is the right person for you. No more broken hearts. And finally, you need to know what makes a happy ever after relationship. This will take you from hard work relationships to ease and fun for the rest of your life with a wonderful partner by your side. So this strategy reflects the exact steps that not only my clients have used to successfully get from lonely to loved, but virtually everyone who succeeds at love uses, whether they know it or not. So for more information or to book a call with me where we can look at where you are in your love life, you are welcome to go to succeedatlove.com. And I'll see you there. This is Veronica.